Hello and welcome back, my friends. Today, I wanted to share with you some information on how I got started gardening this piece of land. Hopefully, I can convey something that may help somebody out there to fast track their success. So, where's the best place to start for the average person who's looking to get into gardening and begin to grow their own food? Now, for myself, when it comes to some of the more laborious tasks that go along with creating a garden, I always aim to work smarter, not harder, to find a better way to do things, a more efficient way to do things, an ergonomic way to do things, meaning your actions and movements are good for the body. You're not working against the body, but you're working with the mechanics of your body, you're working with nature, and you're working as part of a symbiotic relationship between you and your landscape, helping everything to just come together. Regardless of your initial motivation that gets you out there to start growing, most people are going to come to find that gardening, even as a hobby, can be one of the most satisfying, enjoyable experiences in your life. So what I want to do for y'all now is to break down quickly how I initially got started converting this piece of land. And some of you may have already seen the video on the early beginnings of this project, so this is going to be more for newer viewers, newer to the channel, who may not have seen some of that footage. So when we first began this landscape transformation, the backyard was full of grass, weeds, urbanite, and other trash strewn about the yard that had to be cleaned up. So the first step was to clean up all the things that I didn't want in the soil, in the ground. There were times I would clean a certain area, I'd keep digging down, it would turn into a pit. Before you know it, I'm digging out bottles and all sorts of other trash. And although it seemed very strange, I'm pretty sure it's quite common on urban and suburban lots. So after cleaning out all the debris that was throughout the yard, I cut the grass and weeds as close as I could to the ground. And then what I did is I used a rototiller to level out the ground. It was very uneven. And I also just wanted to make sure that I got all the trash out, everything was clean, and there was nothing else hiding underneath the ground. So that initial tilling, I feel like, was a really good idea. I'm not a big fan in general of disturbing the soil food web or damage any roots or other aspects of the soil. But in many instances, it's almost a necessity that you get in there and you do a cleanup or some leveling prior to getting started on the long-term goals. And by the way, if you don't own a rototiller, you can go rent one for the day for a very reasonable cost. It's going to save you so much time and effort. But the good news is you may not even have to do that whatsoever if you see that your land is already in good shape, meaning the area you want to garden is generally flat and you're confident that the soil is clean, there's nothing hidden under the ground. You can forego doing any type of tillage and instead just go straight to step 2. Some of you may have heard of lasagna gardening. That's another great way to get a garden bed started, where you layer up several mulching materials. But in my case, what I did is I just did 2 types of materials. I laid down cardboard all throughout the landscape, and it was a ton of cardboard that was needed for this project. And then I topped that with nearly a foot of wood chips. And all the wood chips I got delivered here for free. It was the sweat and the effort to move all those wood chips from the front yard to the backyard, wheelbarrow by wheelbarrow, which on a budget, that's usually how you do it, although there's probably some other ways that it could have been done quicker. It's how I did it. I looked at it as a workout every time I moved those chips. It's how I stay motivated. Now, all the cardboard that I used, I gathered locally. The majority of it I got from my local Costco. They have a lot of these flat pieces of cardboard that go in between the pallets. They're perfect. They don't have any staples, any tape, and they're everywhere within the store. So I would purposefully make multiple small trips to Costco so I could go up and down the aisles collecting these cardboard flats. I also got to talking to a couple of the employees back by the cardboard crushing machine, and they ended up actually being nice enough to save me some cardboard inserts as well. So that's one way that it can be done. Not everyone's got a Costco membership. I got cardboard from other places as well. Furniture stores, appliance stores usually have a ton of very large cardboard boxes. You can head on in, talk to some employees, and see if you can find 1 or 2 locations that will allow you to pick up some of the cardboard, maybe weekly or bi-weekly. And of course, use the boxes that are coming to your home from Amazon and other shipments. Anyway, I love using free resources. Cardboard is a wonderful way to kill back the grass and all the weeds and at the same time begin the process of soil building. Worms will actually come up and begin to eat that cardboard within a year. And the corrugation in the middle of cardboard is also a wonderful habitat for mycelium, which is a network of hyphae strands that are just underneath the surface that have a host of benefits for your landscape. And most cardboard is going to be generally safe. Some people have concerns about glue. The glue used in cardboard boxes is usually cornstarch based, and anything else that may be applied to cardboard is generally benign in the landscape. I had great success with it. Do your own research and come up with your own conclusion if it's right for you. But if you can get your hands on free cardboard and free wood chips, hey, it's a great way to get started mulching your yard, getting rid of all the grass, all the weeds, and beginning that soil building process. And then, after you've done your prep and you want to start growing in an area that you've already worked this way, all you do is simply move back the wood chips or other mulch, poke through the cardboard, and begin to plant. Now, in the beginning, I highly suggest concentrating and planting out perennial plants, the plants that you want to see in your landscape 20, 30 years from now and pass down to your family perhaps. So fruit trees, berry shrubs, grapes, different perennial herbs, even ornamentals and flowers that help to bring in beneficial insects. And then just plant a few annuals, the things that you really look forward to eating every year. Fresh tomatoes for most people, maybe some lettuce, maybe some cucumbers, some squash, easy stuff. Regardless, you just do the best you can with what you got. In my case, I work 2, 3, even 4 jobs at times to try to make some extra income to put into this project. Because again, I look at the garden, the landscape, as an investment. It's giving you a massive return for your initial investment into the land. It surprises me how many people overlook this. With that being said, if all you were to do was to even plant just one fruit tree, one apple tree this year, think of the abundance that that apple tree can provide in just a few short years, which are going to go by like that. Trust me, my friends, this is possibly the number one cause that prevents people from getting started, is they don't know where they're going to be a few years from now. A lot of folks think if they don't own the land that they shouldn't invest in it. That's not true either. Because in my opinion, there's something karmatic about improving a piece of property, even if you don't plan on being there long term, investing in it for future generations to come in, the future residents of that home will be able to greatly benefit from a fruit tree or 2 or 3, or in my case, I think we're at 38 or 39 fruit trees now. So you can squeeze them in, my friends. I recommend for people with typical backyards, and that's mainly who I'm speaking to here, although many folks have applied these style strategies to larger acreage as well. But at some point, when you're dealing with a much larger design, cardboard and wood chips may not be the best plan of action. Quickly, before I continue, I just want to offer a bit of encouragement to anyone out there who's thinking, I don't have access to all this cardboard or wood chips, or that just seems like a lot of effort. You don't even have to do this. This is just the way I got started. This year, for instance, I'm not laying down any fresh cardboard in my main garden design. I'm not bringing in any more wood chips. I'm now actually using quite a bit of heavy-duty weed fabric in my pathways to keep the weeds down, and the other areas are mostly occupied by plants that we intentionally put there. So all we need to do is a little bit of hand weeding, and that works as well. So I just want you all to remember, whatever I share with you on this channel, I hope that you take it and make it yours. I'm just sharing with you ideas and things that have worked for me, and hopefully it'll give you some ideas that you can take and run with and utilize whatever you have at your disposal to create the garden of your dreams. But you know what I truly believe in my heart helped me to be where I am today, in my yard, working my land, really living and fulfilling part of my dream? It was the belief that it would happen. You have to believe, number one, that you can succeed and fulfill your life's dreams. If you don't think that that's a reality for yourself, well, then you're already putting a blockade between you and the flow of abundance. So speak favor into your life and believe that you can succeed and that you will live the life of your dreams. And just raising your overall health and awareness are all going to help to contribute to your direction in life and where you end up. So I just hope you believe in yourself and that you get where you want to be. So that's basically what I wanted to share with you today, my friends, mainly for folks who are just getting started. And there's a lot of them out there, my friends. So let's all help people who are new to gardening who want to have success. We want to help them have the greatest success so they can feel how we feel when we head out to our yards and have these amazing harvests and just see the goodness and everything, the abundance that is right here, ready for us to capture and be a part of. So go out there and make 2023 your year, my friends. Take care of your gardens, take care of your bodies, take care of your families, take care of your minds, surround yourself with good people, and love yourself. Because if you don't love you, how can you expect anyone else to love you, right? So that's it, my friends. I do appreciate you tuning in to today's video, but I just wanted to have this conversation, get it out there, in hopes to help motivate you guys to keep going. If you have any questions on how to get started, shoot them down in the comments down below. I will do my best to get back to you. I truly do appreciate all of you who help to boost the channel by commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing videos, and just being a subscriber. Love you all. God bless. Take care.